All right, you guys, Christian's with me, XCI. We're heading in right now, day 2, even though it feels like we've been here a week already. Well, I mean, we're early. You don't hear anyone? We're about to head in here and make this day happen. It's gonna be a good one. This is the heaviest, longest day, so let's roll. Okay, so what's dope about the Vibrant Performance car is this is an LS3 powered Tesla, and as I believe they explained it, he was able to maintain all of the amenities. So he uses all of the Tesla electronics with an LS power plant, which makes it an entirely different kind of swap than if you just put the motor in there, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you got the screen and all of those types of functionalities, but with an LS3 power plant. So later on, we're gonna talk to Art, my boy from Vibrant, and we're gonna get the rundown on the booth, the new products, and this build. Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna do a one-on-one with Art to really break down that for you guys. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. So let's check out that one later, and let's go right here to the homies in the Honda booth. So shout out to my boy Nick, oh so sick. Christian's out here getting shots. So Honda is right here, and I like getting up in here early. Oh, it's the largest restroom sign I've ever seen. Okay, so we just spent some time at the Honda booth, Vibrant Performance. Christian, what were you just saying? You brought out all the lenses?
All the equipment's out. All the equipment's
Hey, wait for the content, the stills from Christian, XCI Photo. Right now we're going over to Cusco booth. My homie Rajit and Tak from Mastermind, they did a hachi, and I'm gonna peep that right now with you guys. So yo, I'll tell you guys about this more in detail. Rajit and I are gonna go over it too, but so as you can see, fire. I can't wait to talk to them and go over things specifically with you guys, so you have a feel for what these Cusco builds have going on aside from being visually appealing, you know what I'm saying? So the tech art hachi is just gonna be on display. So in Southern California, you guys will be able to come see this in person at the Mastermind facility in Southern California. I'll work all that out with Rajit. They redid a whole extra space. It's gonna be inventory, and a couple of cars are gonna be on display, including this hachi. So stay tuned for that. I'll give you guys details. So we'll do that on IG. But right here, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a taste before we talk to him about this build. Yo, what's up, Playboy? Yo, it's good to see you, man. Hey, how's everything? So talk to me real quick. You're
pretty good, man.
one of the main shooters for SEMA.
Yeah.
So it's a nice 7:30ish in the morning.
Yeah, definitely.
The lighting's beautiful. I mean, how's everything going with this year? I mean, it's kind of crazy, right?
Pretty good. Kind of crazy. Pretty exciting. Good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
And then I look forward to working with you guys more, man.
Oh, definitely, man. Good seeing you.
Good to see you too, brother.
Toyo
Tires Tread Pass. Shout out to Stan. This man curates a display, okay, and he always nails it. Crazy builds. Each one stands out in its own way. This particular one just What do you think, bro?
It's insane, dude.
I mean, all of these builds are in their own way, right? But there's something.
But this,
yeah.
the headlight work is. That white GS build is the homie Sean. I'm gonna go over that in detail with him. Also, he has his own behind the scenes episode coming up. And we talked in much detail in Florida at his shop. I spent time with him and his lady. So that's very interesting. And that episode's coming out. Ton of history, ton of content, very cool self-made guy. And then, you guys, the one thing that I can never stop being is an enthusiast and a fan, and I see people's builds. It doesn't matter if I know them or not, and I just appreciate it. You know, you can't ever allow that passion to go away from just observing and appreciating just the creativity and color combinations and chassis and styles of all these other people. So shout out to all these builders in the Tread Pass. Stan for doing it. There's so much more. Come on, let's go.
Jacobson and his 2000 Chevrolet S10. Chelsea Wisnowski and her 1993 Mazda RX-7 FE. Cole Martin and his 1991 Nissan Skyline R32 GTR.
We just looked at 2 out of the 3 sport compact car contenders,
Right.
finalists.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on them?
You want to know my real thoughts?
Yes.
The engine bays on both of them are like not top 3 contenders in my opinion.
Really?
They're lacking big time. But the chassis work, like the rotisserie builds, the Frenching, the custom metal, that's what brings them up to that level. Yeah, I mean, but like I'm an engine bay guy.
Yep.
So like I'm not really interested in that. So
There it is.
you know, I mean, I'm not interested in paint and chassis stuff as much as I am with modern technology on engine components.
Yes.
And plumbing and fueling and stuff like that. So I mean,
So you still,
it's hard for me
even
to-
though you're biased because you worked on it, but you still genuinely, objectively like the CSF 911 more.
as far as sport compact,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how it plays out in the finals.
judges.
To the judges. So as you can see, just underneath Chip Foose's impression build with Chip Foose and the staff that's getting ready for the Battle of the Builders presentation. You know, honestly, it's a blessing and an honor to be able to be around these types of people and these builders, knowing the right kinds of people to look up to study and to see from their successes, their designs and things like that. So right now, going underneath this particular Foose build and being able to see the level of detail, you guys saw it. You're talking about things that are sectioned, recessed bolts, covered areas so that you don't even see the hardware and things of that nature. These are the types of things that separate the good from the greats and the greats from the legends and things like that. So getting underneath there, you see Foose himself just cleaning, getting ready to have the car shot in the underneath. So pretty epic, pretty major. It was cool. They just called me over to get underneath there. So it's amazing. I love it. And I'm glad I was able to show that to you guys right now as Foose himself gets down and just cleans, you know. Right now the focus though is on the young guns who are competed in the Battle of the Builders. We're going to go over the 3 finalists, right, for the sport compact category and the young guns. So those are the 6 cars I really want to talk about. We're going to show them to you, the ones that are in here by the stage. Let's go right now as we talk about these young and upcoming builders first, right? So top 3 young guns, let's get it. The reason why I showed that real quick is because for those of you that are going to catch it, that's not an RB and a Skyline, that's a 2J. Now the thing that's really cool about Cole Martin and this build is that he put a 2J in a Skyline, which obviously is going to rub some people the wrong way, but it's not just a 2J. As he words it, it's the world's first all-wheel drive 2J conversion. You know, we're talking about that extra step of wanting to step out and do something crazy, but the part that I really like about it is that he also converted it to left-hand drive. It's a Skyline, they don't come left-hand, so he made it left-hand. You know, you have some people who might think colorway is a little too bright, a little too flashy, but what you're talking about here is a hell of a lot of work. 6 inches widened in the rear, so you've got tubs, right? You've got it being tubbed out, and really out of the box in certain kind of ways. I mean, the stitching, the layout of the dashboard. These young people are going out of the box in a few different kinds of ways, and it's interesting to see their take on it. This isn't just, oh, I found a Skyline chassis and did a swap. You've got the all-wheel drive conversion, you've got the left-hand drive conversion, you know, a bunch of quality part mixed in with this younger kind of style, right? So the question is, for the people that are immediately like, why green and yellow? Why a 2J? The things that I've heard people say is, why haven't you done something different? That's fair, because we can pick it apart. Okay, you guys, right next to the 91 Skyline is Chelsea Lesnowski. I want to make sure I get that right because she deserves it. This is a Young Guns Builder finalist who has this 93 RX-7, and I'm telling you right now, I mean, aside from having this like menacing look, the colorway, you guys, this is the world's first mid-engine Audi 2.7 liter twin turbo RX-7. Let me show you. Sorry, Christian.
It's all good.
Okay, now obviously you got reflections, you got this plexiglass plate, but you know what? That's the first thing I thought too. It's not plexiglass. The way they have it set up is between the rear seats and the motor they use bulletproof glass. Why? I don't know. I forgot to ask her. I'm gonna ask her later, but I dig it. You have a crazy amount of work here, custom metal wide body. Alright, you guys, right here is also in its own way an absolutely memorable and crazy build, 93 RX-7 built by Chelsea Lesnowski. And I wanted to make sure I got her name right because every single bolt, nut, manual labor, she did it herself. And what you have here is a twin turbo mid-engine Audi 2.7 liter RX-7 with custom manifolds made for the turbos to run in parallel. So right there is a handful, and there is a ton going on. Custom floor pans with bracing, custom metal wide body, 6 inches wider. I mean, Hoosiers. The amount of work, the style, and the outcome of what you see here is pretty fucking crazy, okay? We're gonna bleep that out. If I didn't already bleep it out, we're gonna bleep that shit out because I mean, let's think about it, right? Now, I'll show you guys what's going on in the rear, but the thing that makes this crazy is her age and what is going on with the amount of customization that had to go into this. So you see carbon body, okay? You see carbon body. You can see the engine, twin turbos, okay? That firewall right here between the seats and the motor, bulletproof glass. Why bulletproof glass? I don't know. I didn't even get to ask her. I'm gonna ask her later, but that's what she did. Custom exhaust, custom everything, custom louvers, custom this, custom that. I'll go over the list with you guys, but I mean, if you really take the time to think about it, the amount of work is incredible. The colorway, it's menacing, and it sounds crazy. This is something to look into. This is something to look up. This is a builder to follow to see what she's going to do with this next and with all future builds. This is what it's about, the young guns creating these builds, coming to SEMA to see the next tier and the next tier and the next tier to compete and become better and better and better. It is incredible to see. Aggressive. My guy Christian right there shooting some fire stills. I can't wait to show you guys that. Young Guns, SEMA, Battle of the Builders, right? So there you have it. 91 Skyline, 1000 all-wheel horsepower 2J, wide body, left-hand drive converted. The custom list goes on and on. 93 RX-7, Audi 2.7 liter mid-engine, twin turbo in parallel conversion, custom floor pans, custom louvers, you name it. These young people are building crazy cars, and to see them elevate and the bar being raised higher and further, and these people reaching for it in the context of their personal builds and the battle,
It's amazing to see. It's an honor and a blessing to be here behind the scenes and appreciate from an enthusiast perspective and a builder and a designer and just a car head what these young people are doing in the context of the Battle of the Builders, which is SEMA just bringing it to that next level and providing this ability for people to come together and compete with each other. So let's see what happens with the outcome, but nonetheless, follow these builders, follow these young people, because they are going to, I believe, create, maybe take these builds and take them to the next level, and or create even more, even better as the years go on. All right, so let's see what happens next for these people and others. What I love is how quiet it is in here. Do you guys listen to this? We got some security. We've got a few people in here, but it's quiet. It's quiet because, you know, thankfully blessed to get those after hours passes, the media passes, which, you know, give me access at any hour really, and that's a very beautiful thing and making the most of it for sure. But the beauty of the silence when the stages and the production and all this stuff that's going on at, you know, 100 miles an hour, and then you get to just experience the silence. So I'm appreciative. I'm grateful for you guys watching and coming along with me, SEMA 2021. There's really about one more day to go. Thursday. Friday's sort of like an extra day, but silence. Get to appreciate the cars in silence. Let's call it a night. Pick back up again tomorrow, okay? Let's go. Oh man, what a different experience at night. It's trippy. It's actually really beautiful. It's like probably about 70 degrees. And we're just gonna cruise right now and then go get a meal. You guys can't even see us anymore, but it's all good. It's all good. Day 3 begins tomorrow morning. Let's go.